This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 447, 4 Life Hacks to Get an Extra Hour of Your Life Back Each Week by Scott Alan Turner of ScottAlanTurner.com, and I'm Justin Malik. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time if you're new here. This is where I read to you every single day to help you live a more meaningful life, covering personal development, productivity, and life hacks, and minimalism, mostly from some of the best blogs you can find, and with their permission. And today's a brand new author for this show, Scott Alan Turner. We've definitely read him over on Optimal Finance Daily, but his content is a great fit for this show too. Scott actually has his own podcast, The Scott Alan Turner Show. It's awesome. Make sure you check it out and subscribe. Just listen to the intro and you'll feel his energy. He's a talented man. He's known as the financial rock star who can help you get out of debt faster, save more money, and retire rich. Again, you can hear him yourself by checking out The Scott Alan Turner Show, but also visit him online because he has a free guide on how to save $1,000 in 1 week. That's at ScottAlanTurner.com, with Alan spelled A-L-A-N. But for now, let's get right to the post and start optimizing your life. 4 Life Hacks to Gain an Extra Hour of Your Life Back Each Week by Scott Alan Turner of ScottAlanTurner.com. I am, half-jokingly, a model of efficiency. No matter the task, I'm always on the lookout for a way to do it faster and more efficiently. I love saving time for the challenge of figuring out how, and because I get more of it. Can I grab all 20 plastic bags full of groceries out of the trunk so I can make 1 trip from the garage to the kitchen instead of 2? While these onions are sauteing for 90 seconds, is there a pot or a dish I can wash so I don't have to clean it after dinner? How can I sign, stuff, address, and stamp 50 Christmas cards as quickly as possible? Time is precious. They aren't manufacturing any more of it. You can't get it back, and you get the same number of hours in a week like everyone else. The following are 4 ways I've reclaimed time in my life from being lost and wasted. Number 1, treat food as fuel. Have you ever sat down to watch a TV show or movie and eaten an entire box of crackers or chips? It's what I call mindless eating. I've done it, and still do occasionally, and don't even pay attention to the flavors I'm shoving in my pie hole. 80% of our eating is mindless, the opposite of mindful eating, cooking with friends, dinner with the family, eating without distraction, books, TV, smartphone apps. Which begs the question, if there are times when you're not going to pay attention to what you eat, what does it matter what you eat? Enter the idea of food as fuel. Meals that provide calories and nourish the body but aren't intended to be enjoyed. 4 out of the 5 meals I eat each day I treat as fuel only. Number 1, breakfast. Number 2, second breakfast, like the hobbits from Lord of the Rings. Number 3, lunch. Number 4, afternoon snack. As an example, I've been eating the same breakfast for the past several years. Oatmeal, carbs, eggs and or egg whites, protein and healthy fat. It takes me 60 seconds to eat. I have preset meals for second breakfast, lunch, and my afternoon snack too. They haven't varied by a whole lot for many years. The intent is to power up as quickly as possible and move on, to save time. Dinner is different. I look forward to flavors, sometimes cooking, and especially a nice slow meal on the weekends. Not only does this hack give me hours of time each week for other higher priority things, but I've also learned to enjoy food much more. Along with my tips to save money on groceries, you get the 1-2 punch of saving time and money. I've often thought if I owned a cookie store, I would grow to hate cookies because I would eat them all the time. But delaying gratification to a good cookie for after dinner or on the weekend is so much tastier than eating cookies all day long. Are you losing time on mindless eating? Number 2, cook in bulk. Treating food as fuel is nice in theory, but it requires some advanced preparation to make it happen. I save time by using my Instapot to cook in bulk. Veggies, rice and grains, oatmeal, potatoes, slow cook recipes. The Instapot is my new favorite kitchen appliance. It's recently replaced our rice cooker and 2 crock pots. It can steam broccoli in 5 minutes. My kids get oatmeal 3 to 4 days a week for breakfast. I can start a batch of oatmeal including all the flavorings, vanilla, raisins or fruit, cinnamon, etc. in less than 60 seconds. That one batch will feed my family for 7 to 10 days. It's both cheaper and healthier than the pre-packaged oatmeal sold at grocery stores. It beats taking 15 minutes to cook bacon, which we reserve for family breakfast on Saturday morning. Is there one thing you could cook in bulk each week to save time? Number 3, delete time-sucking smartphone apps. A few years ago, I didn't use my smartphone for anything other than directions. Over time, bad habits have formed. I found myself checking the phone at the dinner table and another 40 to 50 times a day. I decided this needed to change. Google News was depressing. Facebook was either people bragging about their beach vacation or spewing hatred about political issues. I never left reading Facebook happier than when I opened up the app. So I deleted those apps from my phone. Life doesn't exist in a vacuum. I installed the Kindle app to read books instead. I'm much happier. I can't recall if I've ever received an email so important on my phone that it couldn't wait to be answered until I was at my computer. I'm seriously contemplating deleting mail off my phone too. What apps do you have on your phone that are stealing your time and making you less happy than you could be? Number 4, grow your wardrobe to save laundry time. This one will seem silly, but it works. If you own 2 pairs of socks, how often do you have to do laundry? Every other day, unless you don't care about how you smell to others. If you own 14 pairs of socks, how often do you have to do laundry? You got that right, every 2 weeks. Workout clothes make up the bulk of my laundry. I have enough shorts and Under Armour to last me about 10 days before I have to stuff the washer and hang out my clothes to dry. It goes against the grain of minimalism, but by owning more clothes, you save time by having to do laundry less frequently. There is a balance. You can only put so much laundry into the machine at one time. For me, it's about 10 days worth of clothes. Could a few more pairs of socks or underwear stretch out your time between washings? Your turn. Do you have a favorite life hack that gets you more time? You just listened to the post titled 4 Life Hacks to Gain an Extra Hour of Your Life Back Each Week by Scott Alan Turner of ScottAlanTurner.com. And I do have a pretty small wardrobe, but I don't wash my clothes frequently. I think that's a bad sign. Sorry, didn't mean to gross you out there. Anyway, again, this comes from Scott Alan Turner. He's the author of the best-selling book, 99 Minute Millionaire, the simplest and easiest book ever on getting started investing and retiring rockstar rich, which you can find on Amazon. And he is a rock star, by the way. And he's been featured on Forbes.com, Business Insider, and more. He's an early retiree and now spends his time helping us, listeners of the Scott Alan Turner Show, which I highly recommend you check out. You can subscribe in your favorite podcast app, but also come by ScottAlanTurner.com because he has a free guide on how to save $1,000 in 1 week. He offers a ton of value. So again, subscribe to his podcast and visit his website, all of it named Scott Alan Turner, and Alan is spelled A-L-A-N. And that's it for today. Have a very happy Thursday, and I'll catch you in the Friday show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.